in general, how successful was the lesson?
I feel like the lesson was pretty successful. I mean, this was a review lesson for them, so I mean, I feel like they pretty much had the content, but there were, according to their, classroom data, I could see that there were little gaps in their knowledge base, and so I think it really helped the kids that needed that, and it was also a good review for the other students. I feel like it was pretty successful.
Good. Do you think the students achieved their learning targets?
Yes, and the ones that didn't, I always have a plan in place for those that kind of need to go back and review. But for the most part, I feel like most students did achieve their learning targets.
How do you know when the kids achieve their learning targets?
I usually just look at their data, their classroom performance, just the formative assessments that we do in class, and then I spiral the content also. So when I go back, then I do assessments then as well. So I use that as artifacts to be able to tell if they've learned the material or not.
Okay. Do you think you departed from your lesson plan, or do you think you kind of stuck with what you were?
I stuck with it. I mean, everything that I had in my lesson plan, I actually I put into action. There were some things that maybe if I did again, I would do it a little bit differently. But for the most part, I stayed with my plan and I got everything done that I'd hoped to.
What would you do differently if you had to change it?
I feel like maybe my small group lesson, I could have differentiated it to a higher degree. They all needed to run through, but some students really got in, they were moving forward, and I could probably give them a higher level, of thinking for their review, and I pulled them over whereas, the lesson worked really well for my lower level students, so I'll probably differentiate it a little bit further.
What do you see as the next step in your professional growth for addressing the needs you've identified through personal reflection, like using technology?
I'm going to continue to just try to incorporate technology as much as I can into whole group lessons and to small group lessons. Like I said, I could use technology to differentiate my lessons a little more, find some different activities for the higher kids, and to help me to make enrichment for the higher students and review for the lower level students. So I could probably use technology and will, use my PGP to do that in the future.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.